Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but had you put this strategy in place 12 months ago, where would we be now?
Well, in order to retain Postbank, remember I described it as a capital raising. We actually needed to finance it, so we would have needed a capital raising. And I think a year ago it would have been much more difficult for us. There was still a lot more uncertainty. I personally feel much more comfortable sitting in the seat I sit this year, than obviously I would have done last year. We're feeling much more positive. As I said, the environment is good. We're seeing growth again. And to some extent, we've done a lot of the hard work. There's still quite a lot to do. So if the regulators are listening, we're still focused on improving controls and improving our efficiency. But there's going to be a lot more fun as we develop the business in future.
And when you say the markets are good, was it UniCredit that really distilled the fact that there was appetite for some of these share sales?
That would certainly have been a factor. Also, our shares, they hit a low at the end of September, I guess, and they've sort of doubled since then.
Yeah.
And so the markets look as though there's momentum behind the banking sector.
Yeah.
And so it looked possible as well as desirable. So the two met.
How many job cuts will be part of the strategy?
We haven't said, and it's not to be evasive, but we want to take the same approach as we took, as I said, with the restructuring of the branch network in Deutsche Bank, which we've done over the past, now, I guess, 21 months or so, most latterly last year. And we want to do it in the German fashion, so we want to involve all the relevant stakeholders, and we want to come to an agreement. Once those agreements are struck, it's actually quite an efficient process, and it just gets carried out with relatively little risk. So we haven't said yet, but we will in due course.
But could it be thousands? Tens of thousands?
It's unlikely to be tens of thousands. I don't think we have that. We're not that endowed with staff. But it will be. There'll clearly be some job losses in Germany.